Hello there, and welcome back to another episode of our Wizard101 Let's Play. My name is SlytherinKnight, and I am so happy you could join me. So, if you can tell by the area around our spellbook, I'm in a different location. That is because once you hit level 30, a quest opens up with Cyrus Drake, the myth professor, to go to Aquilla, the Wizard101's analog for Greek mythology. A dungeon opens up for you that gives you probably the best in slot gear for level between like levels 30 and 60 roughly. That is, if you're lucky enough to get it. Our character has changed, their appearance has changed. This is clearly not the gear you would get from something from Olympus. So let's take this off real quick. I did take the time to do some stitching. When I initially created this character, when I was going into it, I wanted to do some form of like steampunk clockwork design. And yeah, the gear that you get from the, what is it? Is it Novus? I think it's the Novus Explorers set. Let me check real quick. Yeah, the Novus Explorers. Yeah, the Novus Explorers set has probably the best in terms of like steampunk design. I really like it. Our wand is, let's see. This Staff of Viridian Flux, it's the only one that I know of that really has a gear that's easy to get early on, so I went with that. There's also a wand version of it. I prefer staves over wands, but yeah. The gear itself, we're rocking Senator's Devious Mantle, which is the lower end version of the gear that you get from the Mount Olympus dungeon. We have Zeus's Cloak of Fate, which is the higher end one that only drops from the final boss of the dungeon. And our legs are also Senators. If you're wondering why I'm not maxed out with all Zeus gear, it's because it took me 40 runs of the dungeon to get one piece of Zeus, one piece of Senators of Devious Mantle, and one piece of Devious Sandals. Yeah, it took 40 runs just to get these three pieces. I have horrific luck. I mean, it's not even funny. It's not even funny how bad my luck was. So I decided, 40 runs, that's plenty. Like, that is plenty. The gear I have is good. It will keep me until levels 60 or 56 if I decide to grab some crafted gear that you can get from Winter Tusk. But yeah. So this is the look we'll be having for about 30 levels, yeah. So I hope you like it. I like it. Once we hit level 60, we'll probably change up the stitch to something else. I'll just have to decide on that later on. But anyway, this is Aquilla. I don't know if you ever actually get to interact with Ladian over here, but that would be really cool. There are 3 dungeons in Aquilla. Mount Olympus is the first one at level 30. The next one is right over here. Atlantis at level 70 is when you gain access to that. From what I've been able to gather, it's not really worth it because the gear that you can get from the Waterworks dungeon at level 60, like this, it is an upgrade, but not enough of one to really warrant going through this dungeon like 40 or 50 times to get the full set. At level 90, you get the Tartarus dungeon, which again, to each their own if you want to run it. I have never run Atlantis or Tartarus. I've never gotten past level 45, I think, on a character. But anyway, this place is really cool. It is my favorite place to do some fishing for gold generation. Like, if you want to see, my goal is at 275,000. That is the result of a couple weeks worth of fishing, but the majority of that came from fishing here. Like, the lowest end fish that you can get, I think, is like between 200 to 300 gold, and that's not bad, especially when the place is filled with just really good fish. Anyway, that's my little TED talk for Aquilla. I really do like this place. Not enough to really try to get a full set of Zeus gear, but it's pretty cool. Anyway, last we left off, we were in Wysteria. We were in Wysteria, running through the quest line there, getting ready to head into Tanglewood Way to see if we could help find, what was it, Nalia. See if we can help find Nalia's wand. So, that's what we're going to do. We're going to head back to Pigswick and continue on where we left off. There are, getting into Tanglewood opens up a lot, pretty much the rest of the side quests for this area. Oh, that's right, Mrs. Dowdger did have something for us. Let's talk to her real quick.
I was wondering if you could do me a slight favor. A very small thing indeed, but something I need help with. I have heard that Nalia Doomstrider and Randolph Spellshine are feuding with one another, and it absolutely must stop. I don't know what happened, but could you speak to each of them and learn what the issue is? See if you can resolve it.
Let's go ahead and do that real quick since we're... Oh, come on. Since we're here. The reason I am upset is my quest marker is a little janked. So, one moment, please. There we are. I have no idea what causes that to freeze up, but the easiest way to fix it for me is to quit out to character creation and then just come back in. Or quit out to character selection and then just come back in. So that's what I do. Anyway, let's go ahead and let's get their issues resolved. It's nice, it's quick. It's just a conversation between the two of them, like going back and forth between the two of them. So let's go ahead and get that done. If you watched to the end of the last episode, you'll know that the issue between them is that Randolph left her on Tanglewood Way. So let's go ahead and get this done before we actually go find her wand.
Randolph, I will tell you what's wrong. He asked me if I wanted to go sightseeing in Tanglewood Way, and then he left me there. I lost my wand. I was menaced by green men and barkskin treants. He didn't even send anyone after me. I barely escaped. I will make nice with him if he apologizes.
Her anger is right. I mean, she has every right to be angry with Randolph.
Oh, that? I thought she could take care of herself. Very well, then. If it bothers her so much, I really should apologize.
I'm impressed. Be the bigger man. Anyway.
Randolph says he will apologize? That is all right, I suppose. I will even be polite. But if I get to face him in the dueling ring, he is done for.
That's the other reason I wanted to take care of this right before going to grab her wand. Is once you grab her wand, you get to fight her. You get to fight her in the tournament. So there's no way she'd get to fight him. So it makes sense from like a progress of events, that you would get that side quest done before you go fight her in the tournament. But anyway.
The feud is over. They'll be polite with one another. Honestly, kids these days, I thought they liked one another.
Alright, that is that. Now let us go talk to Lieutenant Roger and see about gaining access to Tanglewood Way. Did anything else pop up? No, we're still good. Yeah, we actually have to get into Tanglewood Way before before some of the other quests start popping up, I believe. Which is good. Oh, he's this one.
Hold it right there. No one else will enter this street. 2 students got in earlier and they barely escaped. If you're looking for a missing wand, you might ask Sergeant Harvey over there. He may have seen it before we closed the way.
Oh, look, there's a giant crack in the wall. I wonder where that leads.
Sorry, I haven't seen any wand, but then I wasn't really looking when I turned tail and ran right out of there. If you want to go into Tanglewood Way and find that lost wand, there's a small crack in the wall. You can wriggle right through.
Alright. Now, her wand, I don't actually know where it is relative to everything. But, what was his name? Professor... it didn't tell me. Professor Price wants us to check the fount right here. So we'll do that in a second. Silver chest. Right, I forgot the rewards in Wysteria don't seem to be great, but let's check. Let's just check once. If they end up being as bad as I remember, then we'll move on. Then I'll try to avoid doing these if the rewards are as bad as I remember. There we go. Anything else? I feel like there should be. I feel like there should be one. There's almost always like 3 of those. Excellent. Now, I'm going to guess gold. Yep, just gold. 52 gold. So I'll be ignoring those from now on. At least in Tanglewood. Over here, this really isn't much except to show you, give you a, yeah, balcony view. I don't know if something actually happens here, but it does show you where the wallflower is, which is right in that corner. So we'll go and grab that. Yeah, I'll go ahead and grab that, and that actually will finish off Prospector Zeke's quest line for this area. These guys are terrible.
This looks like it might belong to Nalia. You should check in with Sergeant Harvey, then take it back to her. Looking around, you notice a lot of greenery that looks suspiciously like the plants you found in the tournament hall.
Mm-hmm. Very suspicious. Let's go ahead. Yeah, let me go ahead and grab... come on. Yeah, the vines and the roots and all that stuff. They can be kind of annoying to deal with because they block your path. They're, yeah. Definitely don't want to fight these green men until I have to. Bad memories of trying to fight them as a life character. So that is that. That is the wallflowers done. We'll go talk to Prospector Zeke in a moment. I'm going to head back to the fount, go ahead and grab a sample from that, so we can turn that quest into... Ooh, that was close. That was really close. But anyway, we'll go ahead and turn that into Price once we grab a sample. Don't worry about the orange flowers. That is for another quest that we get from KingsIsle. Yeah, that we get from KingsIsle. Alright, so that is all that. Let's go back to Private Harvey, or Sergeant Harvey, excuse me. Didn't mean to demote you.
You found it. Good work, that. I'm sure Nalia Doomstrider will want to see it back soon.
Yep. And we'll go hand it back to her. Before we do that, let's go talk to Professor Price. Go turn this into him so he can tell us to go back in there and start getting some samples. Which we will. Just not right now. I kind of want to progress stuff further until I have to go in to Tanglewood.
That should do nicely. Thank you. All of life is connected, and the water of the Tempest is the source of all life. Life will suffer if the water is corrupted. Can you go to Tanglewood Way and dispatch some of the green men? Collect their leaves and bring them back to me.
Yeah, it says you only need 2, but the chances of them dropping the leaf is like really, really low for some reason. At least it was for me, like the last time I did this quest. Maybe they've changed it. Don't know. Let's go talk to Zeke. I'll go talk to Zeke, and then we'll go turn in the main quest to Nalia.
You did it! Thank you very much, little wizard.
Excellent. Got a badge for that. Wisteria Explorer. Cool, cool. No reward for the badge. Some of them do have rewards, but okay, still nothing. Good. Alright, Nalia. I am here to return your wand, so that I can take you out in the tournament. Yeah, nothing for KingsIsle just yet.
My wand! I've been beside myself with worry. Thank you so much. Now that I've got my wand, I'm ready to duel. You should go tell Master Glendemming that I'll be there shortly. I'll see you in the tournament hall, in the Hall of the Spectre.
Oh, I get a wand for this? Huh. Wand of the Scarab, and it gives a single power pip. Oh, that's the other thing I forgot to mention. The wand that you get a guaranteed drop from the Mount Olympus raid, or the Mount Olympus dungeon, is the Sky Iron Hesta. This will serve as your wand until you hit like level 100, because it gives a 10% boost to all damage, all schools of damage, and gives you a power pip at the start of combat. The spell it gives isn't great. Minor Fire Scorch 85. That's okay. It's not my school's damage, so I can use it if I have a Death Blade up to break like a tower shield or something, which is excellent. But anyway, looks like now KingsIsle has something for us. We'll pick this up, but we won't take it on just yet.
Greetings again, Honorable Wizard of Ravenwood. I have been told that a part of this tournament is a cultural exchange. Would you like to learn about Mushu floral arrangement? It is a profound and beautiful part of our artistic heritage. You must first collect 3 flowers of exceeding beauty. I am told that the most wondrous are found on Tanglewood Way.
See. Well, like I said, we'll be heading back to Tanglewood Way soon, and we'll pick those up as we're taking out the green men. There we go. Is there anything else before we head on to take out Nalia? Vern has something? What? I don't remember this. What? Oh, yeah. No. I do remember this one. Okay. Yeah, I do remember what quest this is. It's another thing on Tanglewood Way, but we'll go ahead and go pick it up. Pick it up while I'm thinking about it. Yeah, there's someone trapped in Tanglewood Way that he wants us to go and save. If I remember correctly.
You know, it occurs to me that one of the guards hasn't reported for duty today. Private Eddie is unaccounted for. How about if you go to his home on Tanglewood Way and see if he might have overslept? If he needs any help, be a good sport and help him out, could you?
See, I believe that is everything. Excellent. But we're going to go ahead and further the main quest, because once we defeat Nalia, they'll send us to have to take on Tanglewood. Actually, I want to see if the no, it didn't. Anyway, I wanted to see if the rewards were similar to the first 2 duels. Nope, just 700 odd experience and 50 gold. All good. All good.
So, Nalia Doonstrider will be gracing us with her presence, will she? I applaud you for your sportsmanship. If she had not shown up for the duel, you would have won by default. Go to the Hall of the Spectre and show her what you're worth. And return to me when the duel is completed.
Naturally. Do Spectre. There we go.
Once again, I thank you for your effort recovering my lucky wand. I will not pull any punches in our duel, though.
She is a rank 5 ice elite. Or I guess what ice rank 5 elite, I guess is the better way of putting it. 675. I really don't think I need the feint here. Yeah, I'm not going to need the feint, so I'll set up a spirit trap. I'm going to try to hit her with a vampire, I think. So I'll do that. I'll buff up with a death blade, just to be sure. And let's go for it. Okay. What is she throwing the match? She's throwing the match. Nice.
I am indebted to you. You showed me courtesy and sportsmanship, and still, you defeated me soundly. Tell Master Glendemming that you were the winner today. Good luck to you. I hope you are the one who wins the tournament.
Thank you, Nalia. I really like now. Actually, I really like all of the competitors except for Randolph. But like, I like Kisai is pretty cool. Beatrice is great. Nalia, I like her. Randolph, he's okay, but he's better after you beat him. But still. Anyway, back to Glendemming to tell him of our victory.
You just might take surprise. I'm watching the standings of all other competitors, and you're one of the few unbeaten wizards. I trust Headmistress Crisp has more business with you. Business concerning the recovery of the Spiral Cup.
Naturally. I check it every time. Good. I check it every time, just because I like to be sure that nothing else is popping up.
I'm astonished. You're doing quite well. Would that Wizard City had seen fit to compete these past 2 years.
See? Right there. That means Wizard City hasn't sent a representative in a little while, at least. That's why Pigswick keeps winning, so...
So, you claim to have seen something like those pieces of plant from the tournament hall in Tanglewood Way, right? I think the logical choice is to report to Sergeant Harvey at Tanglewood Way and see if he can help you learn more.
And that is exactly what we'll do. I want to see what this wand looks like, if it's the one I think it is. Yeah. Wand of the Scarab is pretty good. Didn't I use this? No. I was going to use the Wand of the Scarab, but I was able to pull the Professor's Doom Staff instead. It's a decent wand because it's the first one that gives you an additional pip. So it is a pretty good wand. But I got lucky with something better. Anyway, let's go talk to Harvey. Again, just making... Okay, good. I know that probably gets annoying, but I like, at least for having to deal with the green men, I like to be as efficient as possible, because I hate fighting them. Being a death character will make it a bit easier, though they do like throwing around like 80% death shields, so that'll be a little annoying, but I'll deal with it.
I knew you'd be back before too long. I can't help you with the green men who've overrun Tanglewood Way, even if you're sure they took the Spiral Cup. I suggest defeating several of them and seeing if they drop pieces of leaf, bark, and vine like the ones you found. Go into Tanglewood Way. When you've gathered some of that evidence, bring it back to me and we'll compare.
Yeah, that right there is the frustrating part, if I remember correct. Just having to beat them. or having to collect
that
from.
All of the creatures on this street move and act as if they're part of a single being.
It's because they are. So they want 2 pieces. Let's see how this goes. They also have like a really large health pool. Let's see. 725 is pretty decent. Has a pretty significant health pool, so I'm gonna get rid of those. Don't really need them right now. I guess I could have used them to get rid of that weakness, but whatever. As long as I can take them out before they throw up a death shield, though that's probably what they're gonna do next. Let's go ahead. Ship of Fools with that boost. They take additional damage. They passed. Excellent. The 25% is going to really hurt us here. Let's see how much damage they take. 623, yeah. Not terrible, but not great. Would have definitely preferred if that had just taken them out. They're sitting at 103. Let's go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and burn through most of this. And just set up a Death Blade. Okay. Okay. Alright, let's go with Power Pip. Come on, Power Pip. Nice. No multi-hit, though. That's unfortunate. This will do about 90 some odd damage to them. Not enough. So let's go ahead and do another Death Blade. See, there's the Death Shield. What is that, 80%? Yeah. There's the Death Shield. That gives them, yeah, an 80%. Let's Ship of Fools. Even with that 80%, it should be enough to take them out. Oh, there we go. Nice. I'll take the full heal. What? We completed both of them? No way. That never happens. Oh, I am happy. That just never happens. While we're in here, let's go ahead and go see about saving Private Eddie and grabbing the beautiful flowers. So there's one here. That's one. Next one. I will ignore the silver chest just because they don't help me, do they? Private Eddie is right over here. This is a skeleton key house. A good one for like farming for the Wysteria specific gear. There's some gear you can get from the Knight's Spellements, I think is what it is. Don't quote me on that, I'm not entirely sure.
The vines have grown over my door and I'm trapped inside. Can you do anything about the vines? Thank goodness you came around when you did. I don't know what I would have done. Trapped in this awful, awful place. Well, actually, it's not that bad, I guess.
Alright, that is that. I'm not going to teleport back just yet. I want to pick up the other flowers, and we'll finish off the all the different side quests. The next flower. Honestly, I could just head back the way we came, but I don't know if I ever actually have to fight the treants. I'm not entirely sure. If I do, it'll be part of Professor Price's quest. But yeah, I'm not entirely sure on that. Let's pick up all these and port back. We're going to head back to Pegasus Place first to turn that quest in. Groundskeeper, got your friend.
Good to hear Private Eddie was all right. He just started, and I was worried he wasn't quite up to speed.
Alright, that is that. Alright, our next thing, I'm going to ignore the silver chest. Our next thing, let's go back to Thaddeus. Yeah, let's go talk to Thaddeus. And then we'll go talk to KingsIsle. Pretty sure he'll want us to do one more thing.
These are a little bruised, but they'll do. I've examined the leaves and found that it's clear that the green men are sustained by the contaminated water from the fount. This gives us a way to deal with them in a more humane and less dangerous fashion than pummeling them with magic spells. I will need a couple of minor items from two of Pigswick's fine vendors, Ophelia Moonreach and Begonia Woodworth. Could you fetch those ingredients for me? Here is a list of what I require.
Sure, let's go ahead and do that real quick. We're heading in that direction anyway, so let's pick those up. Kind of surprised. And while we're on this portion of Pigswick Academy, we'll talk to
A list of items required by Professor Price. How unusual. Here you are. Everything he asked for. I'll send him a bill.
Excellent. Because I'm not paying, I can tell you that right now. Oops, almost missed it.
Let me see that list. I think I have all those things. Here you go. Pass along my hello to Professor Price.
Before we do that, like I said, let's go talk to KingsIsle, because his thing is pretty quick. It's a conversation and like 2 interacts or something like that. So
excellent choices. You have a discerning eye for beauty. Now you must take the flowers you have picked and place them into a harmonious and pleasant arrangement. I have set up a table for just such a purpose. Step up to it, use the tools at your disposal, and create beauty.
Let's see
You
how this
arranged the
goes.
flowers, but
Ugh.
you're a little messy about it.
Yeah, that's not great. That's not great.
I do not think that your arrangement is the best you are capable of. Perhaps you would like to try again.
Nice way of saying, this sucks, let's try again.
You meditate for a moment, thinking of calmness and inner quiet. Now you try again.
It's much better.
The result speaks for itself. Your work is superlative. I bow to your skill.
Thank you, Kisai. Alright. Back to Price so he can brew whatever cleansing potion that he needs. And then back to Tanglewood Way.
You got everything? How absolutely wonderful! Let us begin! I've mixed the ingredients you provided me from Mrs. Moonreach in Woodworth, and now we're ready. I will give you this flask. Pour it into the water in the Piggle Fount in Tanglewood Way. That should clear the green men out.
Professor Price hands you a curious flask full of bubbling liquid.
And we'll take care of that. But we need to talk to Sergeant Harvey first. Though no matter what Sergeant Harvey has us do, like where we head off to, we'll probably take care of that first. I don't know if he sends us back into Tanglewood Way or not. I don't think so.
Let's see what you've gathered. It looks like the scraps you took from the Green Men match those from the tournament hall. Why would they steal the Spiral Cup? When the Green Men first appeared, groundskeeper Vern studied them a bit. Maybe he can tell you more.
Wow, how close is that? Okay, so it's just a tad bit more than you think than I thought it was. What is that, 47 experience? Nice. I'm not going to take the time to empty out my energy. I really don't want to right now. So usually I would do like fishing or something like that, but...
You pour Professor Price's flask into the Piggle Fount. The water begins to clear.
That is that. Pick this up. I forget that there is a beautiful flower behind the fountain as well. This should be a silver chest up here, but I'll check to make sure. Yeah, we're going to ignore it. Mistwood. Mistwood, and back out we go after I pick up the stone blocks. Excellent. Alright. Let's do Price since that's on our way. And this will send us over to level 32. That's another thing. Completing the Olympus dungeon, the Mount Olympus dungeon, almost, or no, not almost. If you do it right at level 30, it guarantees a level up, because you get like almost 2,000 for completing the quest and almost 5,000 for completing the dungeon the first time. If you complete it, you also get another almost 5,000 for completing the dungeon the second time. After your second completion, no more experience, I think.
We have made things as clear as we can. Thank you for your help.
Of course. That's our level. That put us to, what did I say, level 32. Excellent. One more level, and there's a few spells we'll be able to pick up from Dworgen. Spells we probably won't. They're the two different global spells. I think I talked about them in an earlier episode. Not things that I'll be using probably, but Alright. Groundskeeper Fern. Still nothing else. Okay. I do know that the Gobbler Frost Professor has a side quest for us, but I think it pops up after you've completed the tournament and stuff like that. Because Headmaster Crisp will have a quest saying, hey, go see if the professors need any help, which is what is supposed to bring you on to the Barnabas's quest and Price's quest as well. I think. Again, I'm going off of like partially remembered memories.
I don't know much more than you do, but the Earth magic instructor, Professor Drawers, is the real expert on the green men. He did a lot of work in Tanglewood Way examining them when they first appeared. He ordered the street to be closed. Go speak to him outside his classroom. Drawers should help you get to the bottom of things.
Drawers. Alright. Let's head back and speak with Professor Chester Drawers. Don't know why I'm adding so much gravitas to that. Hello, Professor. I have something to ask of you.
I was afraid you'd discover that the green men were involved. This isn't good at all.
And why is that, Professor Drawers?
This is a most distressing turn of events. Still, I have just the thing to deal with the green men and recover the spiral cup. Step into my classroom, won't you? And let's see if we can't get you straightened out.
Step into my parlor, said the spider to the fly. This is clearly a trap. Clearly a trap, and a trap that we will spring in the next episode. So, yeah. If you enjoyed this episode, which I do sincerely hope you did, please feel free to hit that thumbs up button down below. And if you do happen to be new to the channel, hello, welcome, and please do consider subscribing to stay up to date for whenever new content is posted. But other than that, thank you so much for watching. I really, really do appreciate it. And I will see you all next time.